Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another round in this IIRL Season 11. This week, I am back. It's 80, it's Assist Tier 2, and it's the Dutch Grand Prix, when everything starts working, anyway. So, I am back. Willow is not here tonight, unfortunately. He is got a big day tomorrow, so we wish him the very best of luck. But that means we have 11 lovely races for you tonight, as Jack has requested my onboard. I'm going to give them your onboard, Jack. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. Speaking of the drivers tonight, we have got the championship leader, Jack, in the Aston Martin. We've got one of the home one of the home favourites in Pilske, I believe, in the Ferrari. We've got the other Dutch driver tonight, Mink, in the Mercedes. Sun God is back this week in his Haas. Steely, who is P2 in the Drivers' Championship, in the Ferrari. Lean Choker, he's the second out on track, in the Haas. MC Squad having a little moment at the turn 3 banking, but he is in the Williams alongside Alex, who is back this week. Age Statue is back for the another race in 82 in his V-Carb. Dton, our race winner there in Canada 2 weeks ago, is in the RB, and KMK is in the Mercedes and is back this week. So it is a short qualifying session tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Good evening to Ulla Ministeren. That's my best pronunciation at that, so I really apologise if I bottle that. But as we are going through this qualifying session here, we'll see what MC Squad can do on his first race. He will be unfortunately missing the next 2 rounds of the season, which is not our final 2 rounds of the season, because we have extended our calendar. So it is now a 13 race season, with the additions of Monza, Japan and Belgium being your season finales. But MC Squad right now going through the first sector of the track. Let's see what he can produce when he comes to the end of the sector split, as he will be the first driver. There's a 24.2 for MC Squad. Coming out the fast right-hander. It's pretty much flat in qualifying, as we've got a yellow flag. That is Mink. Mink, unfortunately, DNFing on the start-finish straight. We'll have to see what happened to him. Yeah, he's just gone into the wall. That's very unfortunate for Mink. But he will be starting from the back of the grid, as MC Squad now coming to the chicane. Bit of gravel coming off his car. It's unfortunate, but it shouldn't cost him too much time. MC Squad now coming to banking, as he's got using the rest of his battery deployment to give himself a start of a 10.097. It's a great start there from as Lean Show goes 4 tenths faster. Next up is going to be your championship leader, Jack, who is now going to put himself P2. Jack did say that he was going to be struggling tonight for a little bit. He doesn't seem to be enjoying himself out there, but it's P2. It's a very respectable start, as next up is going to be Age Statue on his return. And Dton in chat saying, at least you can tell me an age to part. They're in blue and pink, and I'm in they're in blue and I'm in pink. That's a very smart decision from the 2 V-Carb drivers. Age Statue putting himself P5 with an 11.2. He's very much got room to improve, as Mink is very unfortunate in his the DNF. Steely goes fastest, 2 tenths quicker than Lean Show. What a start from Steely. And Alex coming into the pit lane, so he will not be finishing his lap, as we have got 2 cars behind him coming into the pits. A little bit of a wiggle from MC Squad as he comes into the pit lane, but it does mean the only car out on track who is about to start a lap, will be Sun God on his return. He's been out for a couple of races now. We welcome him back with open arms and hope he can produce a lovely, lovely race here today. No. As we go to the results, I believe the last time that Sun God raced was Baku. It wasn't. It was Spain actually, in which he got a P8 finish. So see if he can improve on a P8 this week. Alex saying that's a good start. What happened to your lap? Did you invalidate it, or did you invalidate final corner or something? Good evening, Rella. Hope you're very, very well, my friend. He's unfortunately not out on track tonight, but he is very much a namesake in the 82 as it goes, and he's very, very good performer. Had a very solid performance on Thursday in 81, in which he got a P8 finish as well after that massive chaos with the safety cars. But Tim right now coming through the hairpin onto the back straight of the well, I guess you could call it a back straight. It goes through the chicane bit now into the hairpin. I guess there are a lot of hairpins around this track, whatever you want to call them. And he go, oh, Tim, no, that's Tim. He's just got on the grass a little bit, and that's very, very unfortunate start for Sun God. But that he does have time to go again, so it's not the end of the world for now. And that means that next to finish a lap will be Dton, who of course won our spectacular in Canada 2 races ago after getting very good strategy call and making his way through the field. So Dton now coming to the end of his lap. Known for his low wings, he is the 0-0 wing merchant. If he's running 0-0 wings today, I'd be really doubtful. Puts himself P7, 2 tenths behind his team. Actually, not 2 tenths behind his teammate, 2 tenths behind MC Squad. The amount of blue here is baffling. And KMK has invalidated his lap. So that means Alex will be your next driver to the line. Rella saying that he's on vacation, so he unfortunately cannot compete. That is perfectly fine, my friend. I hope you absolutely enjoy your holiday, vacation, whatever you want to call it. I really hope you enjoy it wherever you are to the best of your ability. As Alex goes onto the grass and breaks the 100-meter board, luckily that break marker board is not that useful here, as there is a yellow flag ahead. I believe that is Sun God who is... That's not Sun God, that is Lean Show. What's happened to Lean Show? That is an interesting place to go around, but he's still got time. He was on a lap, so he's still got time to go again. We can't see how long is left in this session, but Alex now coming to the end of his lap as he comes into the pit lane again, actually. So I think Alex might be wanting to stay out of trouble from the start of this race. Either that or he's just getting really unlucky and not improving, because Alex has actually retired from the session. KMK is one of the drivers next to cross the line. Dton was the first, and I believe MC Squad is going to be next. It's not an improvement in position for MC Squad, so he'll be back again to try again. But KMK coming to the line is a P9 for now. He might be doing a double run, actually. Not throwing off his true pace as it currently stands. As Jack now is also on a lap. Let's see what he can do. He is, of course, our championship leader, and he is championship leader ahead of Steely, who is P2, and he is ahead by 26 points after last week's race in China, which came down to a final lap finish, which it did go that that if you remember that move at the end of the hairpin on the final lap between Steely and Jack did go to the stewards, but they did rule it as a NFA, no further action, so there was no penalty awarded. But Jack now coming to the line as KMK has gone fastest by 0.3 of a second to Steely. That's a lovely lap there as Pilske also goes into P2. He's 0.3 behind, but Jack now will go to P4, so it is looking to be a struggling weekend for the championship leader. The Dutch Grand Prix does not seem to be liking his driving style, as that is Sun God now coming out the pit lane with a fresh front wing. He's not quite Spark, but you know, he won't lose as many wings as him, as Dton saying there goes a 0.6 improvement, so Dton might be struggling as it currently stands, as Pilske is looking to be doing a double run by the looks of it, so we'll see what Pilske can do. Of course, if you would like to request any of these drivers that are on laps, then you can do. We do not have a red button, but you can use your channel points to request the onboard of your driver's choosing. I will try and give you an onboard of their lap. But Pilske coming to start a lap now, so we'll see what Pilske can do. Jack coming into the pit lane as there is a big yellow flag. I believe that's KMK, might have run out of fuel. It's Pilske now coming to the turn 3 banking, using his battery down to the fast right-hander. I don't remember all the corner numbers because brain. He comes out of the hairpin at turn 10. As fastest purple sector of the people on track, it's a 10th improvement as it currently stands. We'll see if he can get ahead of KMK. Nice exit is used. You've got loads of battery left to burn down to the start finish line, and he's a 10th off. It's a 10.5 improvement, and he's a 10th off the provisional pole position. Next up to, well, finish a lap is going to be MC Squad. Sun God just having a little moment, maybe starting his lap, so trying to get rid of the ring rust. But he comes into the pit lane, so Sun God is going to wait till the final moments of this qualifying session to go out. MC Squad now improving by 0.285 of a second. Let's see where this puts him. Any big improvement would put him into at least P4 at a minimum. He comes to the end of the banking. He hasn't got a lot of battery left. It's flickering. He's run out of battery before the line, but it is P4, so there's definitely room for improvement there for MC Squad, as Pilske also now coming into the pit lane. Dton is your driver on an outlap currently. Of course, was our race winner out in Canada with that lovely race finish, managing to, even with the 3-second time penalty, managing to outlast the drivers who didn't have one, and with those fresh soft tyres. Last week, Dton had a finish. In fact, he didn't race last week, apologies. So he missed last week and he's back this week. Will he make it 2 races in a row with a win? We'll see what he can do on his lap. Now going through turn 1 as of now. Yellow flag in sector 3. That's just a car running out of fuel. That is MC Squad. Going through turn 3, banking. And going the run up to turn 7. It ran up to turn 7 into 8. It's going through turn 9 now. And 10. Looking like a lovely lap for Dton. He's got loads of battery left to use. He's not nothing to worry about there. It's a 6/10 improvement there for Dton. This is going to be a lovely lap for him. It probably will be his final lap of qualifying unless he gets to the pit lane quick enough. He's got all that battery left. He's going to dump it all. And it's going to be a P8, but he's a 10th off age statue. So if you can get back to the pit lane, his gap is going to miscalculated in my head. So it's going to be a end of Dton session, as age statue is also on enough. He's not got much battery to play with by any means. So we'll see what he can produce. Age statue now coming through the final corner in his return race in IRL. Bit on the grass there, might have caught a bit of grass, might have slowed him down just a little bit. Run out of battery, but it's still going to be P7. So age statue will be starting from a minimum of P7, and Sun God will be starting from P9. That's so he can save his tyres up and get around one more lap. But next up to the start finish line is Dton. He is going to be going again for his final run. We'll see what he can produce. KMK also starting his lap, provisional pole sitter as it currently stands. Everyone else coming across the line now to start their laps. Jack will be the last one to start a lap. We'll see what he can do in 40 seconds time. As Sun God and, actually I stand corrected, Sun God and Age Statue will be able to make it to the line, but Dton will be the first to finish his lap. We'll see if he is improving. He has done a lap already on those tyres, so I imagine those tyres will be screaming. He's a 10.5 up. There's a solid second sector for Dton. Comes through the final corner now. On the power. Yellow flag. That's a Mercedes. That's KMK. KMK is round on the grass. Dton P8. Next up is going to be Lean Show. It's P2 for Lean Show. What's a great lap for him. Pilske's up next. He's going to be P3. The Mercedes of KMK is unfortunately not going to be able to improve his lap time. Steely is 2/10 up in the first split. It's going to be P2 for Steely. MC Squad is up next. He's up 7/10, so he's down 7/10, so he's not going to be an improvement for him. Jack is a 10th down, so our championship leader will be starting from P6 unless Age Statue or Sun God has anything to do about it. But Sun God has invalidated his lap, and Age Statue does not look to be improving either. So it is going to be it for our qualifying session. KMK will manage to keep pole position at the very skin of his teeth. Absolutely brilliant stuff there for that end of qualifying. It was P2 after P2 after P2 at P2. KMK would have been absolutely gritting his teeth trying to hold it. As Dton is saying, when the way still qualies, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. that's the joy of it. You never know what is going to happen. And Jack, yeah, bit of an unusual qualifying for Jack, considering the qualifying he's had over the season. But we do know that Netherlands is one of his weaker tracks by the looks of it. So he'll look to bounce back in the race. Of course, we had 5 safety cars on Thursday's race in 82. So absolutely, who knows? But that is the end of your qualifying session here. KMK on pole position, Steely P2, Lean Show P3, Pilske P4, MC Squad P5, Jack P6, Age Statue P7, Dton P8, Stungle P9, Mink and Alex unfortunately not able to get a lap in. But now we're into the 5-minute break where the drivers will do their strategies, do their fuel levels, and hopefully be able to figure their strategies out. As stated earlier in the races, it's a bit cloudy out there. I wonder if there is a chance of rain. Can we get a weatherman in the chat, please? Can we get a weatherman to see if there is a chance of weather? But as I previously stated, last week's race did end with a bit of chaos, but it did end the way it ended. So Jack winning the race, Steely getting P2, which has now pushed the gap in the championship to 26 points going into the second half of the season. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Aston Martin leading the way on 207 points, just leading the way to Ferrari, who are 43 points back. But as we know, anything is possible in 82. So we will have to see what we don't know what's going to happen. After we saw 5 safety cars on Thursday, anything could go wrong. But yeah, Aston Martin leading away, Ferrari P2, Williams P3 in that battle. Your Drivers' Championship is Jack on 150 points, Steely on 131, Lean Show in P3, Finzik P4, and that guy P5. Unfortunately, Finzik and that guy missing out this week. So it's looking like a good opportunity for our pole setter, KMK, to jump them both. If KMK scores 14 points or more, he will overtake. If he scores 15 points or more, he will overtake Finzik in the championship and become P4. And Jack is reporting that there is no rain, so that is very unfortunate, but we're always expecting a sprinkle of chaos in there anyway, so we got 36 laps of this Dutch Grand Prix to come in 82. Please do not switch your tabs and do not go anywhere. You will not want to miss a thing. But as stated, 15 points for KMK will put him into P4, and Steely will be looking to capitalise on Jack's pole qualifying as well. So this is a race for the ages going into this second half of the season. Of course, get your predictions in the chat. Who you think is going to win? You can do who you think is going to win the championship, who you think is going to win the race. What's your podium predictions going to be? As we know, when we saw the 81 race, the way that ended, their steward report is still pending for the 81 race. So, when it comes to the steward report for next week, or when it comes out, we will try and do our best to give update you guys to see tell you how the race ended. Of course, Snipes pulling off that great last to first race, and then with Adrian's P2 and Jensen Thompson P3, absolutely banger race to the end. As Age Statue, I'm definitely gonna win. Not gonna crash out on lap 1. Nah, you'll make it to the end. You gotta stick with it. Stick with it, my friend. Stick with it. As we are almost about to get underway here. As I can hear the beeps. And we are a go for this formation lap here. What tyres and strategies? Wow. Okay. So we have got every single driver bar MC Squad starting on the medium compounded tyres. And MC Squad trying the risky and starting on the soft, so he's looking to get a very, very good start here. We'll have to see how that plays out for him, but strategies for this race, you're probably looking at a mix between, if there is no safety car, you're probably looking at a mix between a 1 and 2 stop. Some people might be willing to try the 1 stop, but most likely scenario will be a 2 stop with a double hard compound tyres, depending if they have chosen that tyre allocation. If not, it will probably be a medium hard or medium hard medium, depending on personal preference. I'd probably do a medium hard if I was them, if I had chosen that tyre allocation. MC Squad looking to make some places early in this race and put a good showing in for him. But Steely will be looking to attack early in this race to try and keep that gap between him and Jack at 4 places as it currently stands. With Jack, Steely will be wanting to push that gap to 6 or 7 or as many as he can. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Do not go anywhere as the car's now finish line. Steely's been set back, and so is Jack. No advantage for either of them. A Statue might be looking to get a good start away, but as Alex now comes to the line and comes to his grid box, and we will wait for the lights to go out. It is blinded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away they fly. Is a good start there from Lean Shows. Mink getting past Sun God as well. MC Squad into 4th place. Let's move on the outside between the V carbs and a Statue and Pilske fighting. Pilske might have got a poor start as Dton now goes onto the grass on the banking. Mink looking for a way through already on Dton. Around the outside is going to be for Mink. It's a little bit of contact that will allow Dton to keep his place. Lincho on the back of Steely. As Mink has... Oh, who's that round? That is Age Statue. Age Statue is round, unfortunately, on this lap 1. He will be starting from a slight disadvantage. Alex is on the back as Age Statue is round into, not into the wall. He got a bit lucky there, not getting any damage as of yet. DRS will be activated when we cross the line, so we will have, we will see how that affects the strategies. KMK setting the fast lap of the race currently, as it is the end of lap 1. Now, Steely is keeping the gap between him and KMK very nice, about 0.3 of a second. Age Statue is going to continue on, doesn't need to replace those tyres as of yet. As there is a yellow flag in the back, that is for Dton. Dton is round, he's lost his front wing. There is no safety car though, so the two V-Carb drivers having a very unfortunate start to this race. At KMK, as a car that's gone straight on, that's Alex, and Alex unfortunately getting caught in the gravel. He will also be fighting back in this race. As we go back to the leader, Steely is going to have DRS on KMK, but it doesn't look like he's got much battery to play with. KMK trying to break the toe. Steely, Lean Show setting fast lap, MC Squad setting Pilske fast laps, trading like no other. Lean Show is looking very, very feisty towards Steely, looking like he wants to move. He's not going to get a bit gravel flying off the track there, so someone getting in the gravel. But these three looking to break away from MC Squad, who's still got Jack behind him. So Jack making up one place from behind the Sun God, getting caught probably on the curb. So Sun God will now be joining that pack that has to fight back up. Mink is still within this train. It's been a good start for Mink, not getting involved in anything. Mink in his home Grand Prix will be looking to make up some places. Is Steely going to get anywhere close to KMK? It is going to be a treat. Going to attempt it around the outside as Jack will attempt it on MC Squad. Mink setting the fast up in this race. And Steely is on the outside. It's not going to turn to the inside for turn 3, but he does back out. And he's going to go for a different line to KMK and try and get a better exit out the banking. Age Statue getting past Dton, who comes in to the pit lane on lap 4 of this race. As there is a yellow flag, that is Age Statue. He's round at turn 1. That is very unfortunate for him. Dton did have a wing replacement. That is unfortunate for Dton, but as we know, anything is possible with 32 laps to go. Lean Show has kind of the top 3 have braked away from MC Squad, so maybe MC Squad's tyres are going off, as Jack is looking very, very aggressive behind him, and he's going to try and make his way through. Johnny B wishing his best of luck to Steely in the chat. As speaking of, Steely has made the move for turn 1. And is Jack going to get moved round? Ooh, MC Squad managing to keep the position as well. And good evening, Johnny B. I hope you're very, very well, my friend, as well. I hope you're very, very well. Looking forward to this race as much as me. But back into the fight. KMK has kind of fallen a bit back from Steely. He's still within DRS, still got a lot to play for, but Lean Show is looking very feisty. And yeah, I'm doing very, very well myself, Johnny B. Just enjoying life. It's got a yellow flag in the back. That is going to be Sun God. And a yellow flag there. That is Pilske. Pilske is round. That exit of the hairpin is really catching drivers out today. KMK still within DRS, but Lean Show probably looking more feisty of the top three. Maybe going to look to try and keep with or make a move on if he can get close enough. So half a tenth away, but it might be looking Jack more likely as he gets down the straight. There is no move in the top three. Here, the battle that we might see is Alex maybe making a move on SunGod, who unfortunately did have that moment in the gravel earlier in this race. Alex not looking to make a move as of yet. He is going to bide his time in the battle for P8. These top three are running away from as a yellow flag in about that Pilske. Pilske is unfortunately round again. It's very, very tricky corners out on track today. Jack has made his way past. Jack, of course, making his way past MC Squad earlier in this lap. He'll be looking to push on. You've got a 3.2 second gap to the top three, so it's going to be a very tall task. But if anyone can get it done, you would bet on the championship leader, because as of right now, it is going to be a big game in the championship for Steely and KMK, who at this current rate would go into P4 in the. In fact, as I say that as well for Lean Show, they'll all be gaining on Jack, as he is the driver in P3 in this race and in the championship. And they're all within DRS of each other. MC Squad and Mink still managing to keep with Jack. There's MC Squad's tyres not falling off too much just yet, as Mink is looking very, very nicely up the rear diffuser of the Williams driver. He's just looking to save for now. He's not looking to make anything happen, but Lean Show up ahead is looking very, very feisty towards KMK. KMK looks to get a little slide on the curb on the exit banking. Ooh, some big slides there. That might have affected Lean Show's chances of getting through for P2, as there was no change behind him. Jack managing to stay ahead of this train, but he is losing time out to the top three, which is not what he would have wanted. Alex and SunGod still chasing them down in the battle for P7 after Pilske's unfortunate spin. Age Statue still going around in P10 on the same tyres that he unfortunately spun on early on in this race. And Dton is on those fresh hards, and he is catching up to his teammate very, very nicely. KMK is almost out of DRS here of Steely. He might have lost it. I think KMK has lost DRS there. That is very, very unfortunate. Lean Show is going to be licking his lips at this. We'll see if he is able to get close enough. As he goes to look down the inside, there's going to be a little bit of smoke as MC Squad will come to the pits, and Mink and Jack. Oh no, it's Jack into the pits actually. Jack into the pits on lap 9. So Jack coming in before the soft runner, as Alex will come in as well. He's got a 10-second time penalty for his troubles as well. It is a very, very difficult pit lane here. It is 37 miles an hour, which what that is in kilometers, I don't know. I really should use it, but I prefer miles per hour, so oh well. As Alex will come out just ahead, no, just behind Age Statue. I know that 10-second penalty doesn't cost him cost Alex too much. KMK is back within DRS as Lean Show activates the undercut here. So Lean Show is the first of the top 3 to come in. MC Squad follows Lean Show in, which pushes Mink up to P3. Maybe the top 3, our current top 3, looking towards a one-stop race. That could be very interesting to see how that plays out if it happens. Sun God also coming in this lap. Jack coming in the lap before will come out in P5, and Pilske also continuing on. Sun God has gone for another set of mediums, so he will definitely have to pit again. So I imagine he'll be hoping for a safety car. Alex also coming in to serve his 10-second penalty in this race, as he has retired from this race actually. So Alex, I'm getting very unfortunate there. But Steely and KMK still fighting it out for the first place in this race at Rhymes. So Steely comes in and KMK continues on. So we'll see how Lean Show, when Lean Show comes out. Of course, it's a very, very short pit lane here. Yellow flag in the back. That's Pilske. Pilske is unfortunately rounded in the wall. Mink follows Steely in. So where is Lean Show going to come out in comparison to Steely? Steely is just at the pit lane exit now, and Lean Show is going to get the undercut on Steely. So Steely is now in P3. Jack has gained a little bit. MC Squad getting a 10-second time penalty in the pit lane. No! MC Squad coming in. He must have some wing damage. He does. So that is very unfortunate for his race. I'll put on to a set medium. Pilske will come in on lap 11. And that will allow Dton to go through for P7. As MC Squad has got a tell. What? What has happened there? And as MC Squad has got a 10-second time penalty for crossing the pit exit line. As KMK, no! KMK's got a 10-second time penalty as well. I said this pit lane was catching people out, but that is very, very crucial. Yellow flag. That is MC Squad out, and that is nothing. That is Mink round at the banking as well. I saw two yellow flags at the same time, and I thought that was a safety car. That will push Sun God into P5. It's a great race from Sun God so far, as MC Squad has unfortunately DNF'd from this race. Mink getting a 10-second time penalty for this pit lane as well. No, he's got damage. Oh no! This is chaos. This is bonkers. We're left with 9 cars in this race with 24 laps to go. Lean Show is leading this race after all that chaos. And Steely is very much looking to try and stay with him. Johnny B, you're talking about this race being chaos. I don't think anything can be more chaotic than Thursday's race, which did have all five safety cars in it. So we're already on that, and there hasn't been a safety car yet in this race. We've had 2 DNFs and 2 Williams drivers, unfortunately, out of this race. Yeah, as those emojis tell an entire story in the live feed from Johnny B. But Steely on the back of Lean Show, who has been a great performer in the last couple of rounds, getting P3 in China. and a P6 in Canada as well. Willow, welcome to the live feed. Unfortunately not able to be in the commentary box as I said earlier tonight, but he is allowed a pass for this week. He got big day tomorrow. Willow's got big day tomorrow as a pass for the lead. Steely on the outside of Lean Show, and Steely is going to get the move done. That's a lovely move from Steely, but Lean Show is still there, but he's going to settle in behind. That's a lovely, lovely overtake there from Steely. KMK now within the DRS of this, and Jack will be looking very, very close. What have you missed? You've missed 2 DNFs, no safety cars as of yet, but a lot of people getting caught out by the speeding in the pit lane. As not that one, it's this one, yeah. KMK and Mink both have 10-second time penalties. Mink was our pole sitter tonight, so he is currently running P3 with a 10-second time penalty. He will be hoping for a safety car to help him get rid of that, as that is a statue in this little trainers. KMK's round. KMK's broken his front wing. Is that there's no safety car there? What is this FIA cooking? This Lean Show has now got back through to the lead of this Grand Prix, so KMK is going to have to serve his 10 seconds. He's going to have to replace his front wing, and he's retired from this race. So our pole sitter is out of this race. That is absolutely bonkers. That's pushed Sun God into P4 now. That is one of the most bonkers things I have ever perplexed. But back into the top 2 now, as KMK is now out of this race. Steely and Lean Show have been together this entire race, and they are not looking like they are going to be together the entire race. So Lean Show now looking to break the toe, and Steely will go round the outside again. It's the identical move to the move he done the lap prior, but that is 2 absolutely stunning overtakes from Steely this race so far, and it is 20 laps to go, so please do not go anywhere. Willow in the chat saying genuinely looked like he wasn't going to ghost there for a sec, so I thought Jack was absolutely going to smash his rear end. Yeah, it was. It didn't look brilliant. As we go back to rejoin my VC, as I was in the public were getting the drivers were getting my audio. Lean Show and Steely 6/10, so Steely looking to push away. But Lean Show having that DRS is very optimal. Steely lets him. Lean Show gets past Steely again. This is still going to be a big gain in the championship for both of them on Jack, who is currently P3, and he's not got anyone to help him with DRS, so it is currently 6.7 seconds behind Steely. But without that DRS buffer, it is going to be a struggle for them to catch. Yeah, Lean Show must have lower wings, says Willow. I will imagine that is what the plan was for Lean Show's race, and it is working so far. But Steely is catching up there. they're exchanging 4-5 chances. The DRS is just... Oh, that is Age Statue round in the background. That is unfortunate for Age Statue. Currently running P8. How close is Stevie going to get to the rear end of Lincho? It's not enough. Yeah, Willow might be right. Steely must have higher wings than Lincho. But the gap is staying around that 3/10 mark, so maybe Steely using a bit more battery in Sector 1 compared to Lincho. But they are both saving. They are both saving battery so far. As we are now at the halfway mark in this race and still not have a safety car compared to how chaotic these races were. Dton now coming into the pit lane from P5. As it currently stands, Lincho running P1, Steely running P2, Jack running P3, SunGod P4 on his return race, Pilske P5, Mink P6, and Dton P7 just about to come out pit lane on a set of mediums. So Dton will have to pit again. And then Statue currently running P8. And yeah, Willow saying that Steely will have to be creative to find his way through. As it looked on the inside from Steely, but not able to get close enough to Lincho. Unlike the two previous laps where he did get the move done around the outside, he got yellow flag as a Statue at turn 1, unfortunately getting caught out on the rear end. Probably, I imagine those tyres after that spin a couple of laps ago have caused those tyres to be absolutely detrimentally hot. Steely now gap at 6/10. And Steely managing to keep within the DRS, so he's going to be alongside Steely, saving a bit of battery now, so he's trying to save as much as he can. As much as he can for down the start finish straight. Let's see how close he can get now, but it doesn't look like Steely's going to be able to make a move past. As I say that, it's going to go around the outside again for the 3rd time. Is he going to get the move done? He is not. So that's the first time that move around the outside has failed for Steely on this 3rd attempt. No, the creativity will have to start flowing now. Each Statue coming into the pits and unfortunately retiring from this race. Unfortunately not the return race that Age Statue would have wanted. As that is SunGod also coming in. So, no! SunGod getting a 10-second time penalty as well. No! SunGod now will be pitting to go to the end of this race. He's still running P4 and he's still got a great buffer to... Or he will have a buffer to Pilske when Pilske comes in again. And Mink will probably also have to come in as well from towards as well. Dton is probably going to try and make it to the end of this race, but it will be a good result nonetheless for the 4 of them. Age Statue, that's not true, my friend. You can only improve. And you only improve by practicing, as Jack does come into the pit lane this lap. But the only way is up, if you think about it. So, like I say, unless your name is Joey Essex, the only way is up. So, you can only improve by doing more and keep practicing. I know the world that we race in is not the best state right now, but if you can only keep improving, and by the time when we get the new cars in, who makes a song? The "You Spin Me Right Round" song. Who makes that song? I don't remember. But Mink getting past Pilske into turn 1. Now that battle for P4 looking like it's going to go to the end of this race. But yeah, and like I said, when we get the new cars for season 12, when the F1 teams loan them to us, then we'll be under a whole new circumstances. No! Steely gets caught out as well. I could tell from the onboard that Steely was going to get caught out. And Steely coming into the pit lane, he's got a 10-second time penalty. But Lean Show now the hot favourite to go to win this race now. Jack is 28 seconds back as it currently stands. And pit lane loss is about 18 seconds from what I know. And in fact, that's, 28 seconds back from Lean Show. Yeah, it's actually, think of the positives, my friend. That's at least one positive. But as we enter this last 14 laps of this race, we still have Lean Show to pit, the race leader. Mink still needs to pit and Pilske still needs to pit. So how is this race going to end? Jack is still Jack still will be the championship leader following the end of this race as Lean Show now comes into the pit. Oh, that looked very close to the wall there. Lean Show has not got a 10-second time penalty though. So Lean Show will come out ahead of Steely. Yeah, he is going to come out, or it's going to be a battle between them, between those two. Steely will come out ahead, and they are still within DRS of each other. Johnny B throwing his frustration towards Steely in the chat. Steely is currently leading this race, but with that 10-second time penalty, it is not going to be for Steely unless Lean Show gets a penalty of some kind himself. But these two are both going to the end of this race now. Jack on those 2-lap older hards will be looking to catch up, and Mink currently in P4 in this race. It's been a great race from Mink, getting from the back of the grid to P4. And with that 10-second time penalty, we'll drop him down to P5. As Sun God also has a 10-second time penalty as well. Johnny B giving his best advice to Steely. He's telling, and Mink is round. No, so that pushes Pilske and Sun God into P4 and 5. That is so unfortunate for Mink in his home race. Dton will now go into P6. But Mink getting very, very unfortunate. No. There are 12 laps to go. It's a big fight back for Mink, but I think he was probably planning to come in at some point in this race. Lean Show is on Steely's rear end like there's no tomorrow. And Sun God getting past Pilske, who comes into the pit lane. So Sun God will be pushing his way up to P4 here tonight. As Dton and Mink will both get past them. Now going into this final portion of this lap in Sector 3, Lean Show is on the... Oh, that is a very good point, Johnny B. Johnny B reporting Sun God missing an end plate. He is, and the Haas team looking to get a good result as Lean Show gets through on Steely. Johnny B being my sidekick tonight. Will Lean Show be able to break any sort of DRS? Or is Steely going to keep the fight up to the end? We'll have to wait and see for these last 11 laps. Everyone else is kind of quite spread out. So everyone kind of running their lonely races. But still going to be some great finishes from everyone else, even with the 10-second time penalties. Linshow up 2 places to be winning this race. Steely still in P2. Jack in up 3 places. Sun God is up 5. Dton is up 3. Mink is up 4. Pilske, unfortunately, being the only loser of positions in this race. Our pole sitter, of course, KMK, being out of this race, as we are looking for that one. Thanks to the graphics team for getting my settings right. Steely still following back. Maybe Steely is trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move in this race. Jack still struggling to catch up as well. He's actually sticking around that 12-second mark, so it's going to be a podium for Jack as long as nothing goes wrong. Maybe a late safety car would really spice things up in this race. As Mink does come into the pit lane, he will serve his 10-second penalty and will be going to the end of those hard tyres, which his crew will pit on the end of his 10-second time penalty being served. Steely is still on the back of Linshow. Linshow trying to keep Steely behind. Steely going to look around the outside again. It'll be the 4th time he's attempted this overtake. Trying a little maybe switch back here. It'd be lovely if he can get this done. It's not going to be for Steely though. Yeah, Willow, the graphics team never get my graphics right. There's always something wrong with it, but today they've just smashed it out of the park. As I say that, Steely has now lost his DRS to Linshow, so that's very unfortunate. Now what Steely is going to be trying to break back in to Linshow's DRS, which is not going to happen this lap, but any further attempts to try and catch back in might cause him to lose time to Jack, and as Jack is his main championship rival, Steely has got back in. He's not going to get DRS this lap. What? Jack is really going to be hoping that Steely loses DRS to Linshow here. But Steely is going to try his best, as he knows he is the championship rival to Jack. So Jack, with 13 seconds to go, he's got to catch up by 2 seconds to be able to get Steely with that 10-second time penalty. Sun God's still running P4. It will be P5 because Dton is 3 seconds behind him as it currently stands. Pilske running P6 and Mink running P7, both on fresh hard tyres, so they will be pushing their very hardest to try and catch up to Dton and Sun God, so they can try and get in and get as close as they can to P4. But Steely sitting on the border of that drag reduction system timing zone for what will be, depending how the new cars look when we get them loaned from the real life teams, whether or not they have active aero or just a button which you press to turn it on, which would be quite funny. We'll have to see how that happens when those cars get announced to us, which we are hoping that they will be around in June. And we do expect the new cars to be around in June, in time for season 12. And hopefully there is any talk of the Madge ring being given to us as well, which they will be able to loan the track to us as well. Oh, hopefully, but I doubt it. So As Steely getting over the curb quite heavily at turn E12. That's turn 12. But Steely just looking to keep with Linsho here. As the gap between Jack and Steely is now fallen to 15 seconds, so Jack losing 3 seconds in the past 2 laps, so it's looking to be P3 for Jack. Pilske is catching up to SunGod, so SunGod might be finishing P6 as it currently stands in his return race. Steely falling out of DRS again, so he is going to struggle now. His tyres are 1 lap younger than Jack's, so he might be better on tyre wear. We'll have a look at his onboard to see if tyre wear is as crucial. That left front tyre not looking too healthy, and that rear lap as well not looking healthy. We're on board with Jack. That front left, yeah, not looking healthy. Kind of does look worse than Steely's in a way, as Dton will pit onto the soft compound tyres. Has not been a safety car this race, so Dton will be maybe hoping for that, but he will be going for the fastest lap of this race. Of course, we all know what happened when Dton last put on soft compound tyres in Canada, because he went on to win the race. Having this little group in front of him is going to be of benefit to him. Words. It's a Sunday night, people. Let me off. As we are now into the final 5 laps of this race, or at least it will be when it'll be the final 4 laps of this race when Linsho crosses the start of finish line. Dton is looking very, very pushy in his race to catch up to SunGod, who does have that 10-second time penalty come the end of this race, which will push Pilske ahead of him, but Dton is now fighting Steely for position. He is on the faster tyre, so he'll be trying to push away from Steely and try and get as close to SunGod as he can come the end of this race, because if he can, that will be a P5 finish, but to do that he will be getting closer to Pilske. So how will that fare? 6/10 quicker this lap for Dton. Dton, as I say that, Steely is now 2 seconds out of DRS, so Steely will have lost DRS, to Linsho, which now it puts him at an equaliser with Jack. So both him and Jack do not have DRS. Pilske is 7.8 seconds behind SunGod, and Dton is 8 seconds behind Pilske. We'll see how quickly Dton can gain, as that fastest lap from Dton is it's in this one. That fastest lap is a 10th faster than Linsho's fastest lap, but it is a second faster than Pilske's and 2 seconds faster than SunGod's fastest lap. So is Dton gonna be able to catch up to SunGod and get P4, potentially P5? That gap now at 6.9 seconds. Is it going to be too little too late for Dton? Those soft tyres will be wearing by the lap. He doesn't have DRS anymore, so it is going to cost him time. Pilske within 5 seconds of Sun God, and Dton is at that 7-second mark for Pilske, so he's 12 seconds out of Sun God's time. Sun God will be trying to push on with his old hard compounded tyres. Pilske is on 3 laps as Jack comes into the pit lane. He has got a free pit stop because Sun God is 41 seconds back from Jack. So Jack is going to try and take that fast lap. Just a reminder that points in IRL do go down to the bottom 15 when we have 15 drivers on track. Today, there are 7 will finish, and there is no point for the fast lap, so Jack and Dton purely just doing this for merit. Sun God does seem to be struggling because Pilske is now within 3 seconds and Dton is within the 10-second of Sun God as well, so Sun God will be finishing P6 in this race provided no spins. But Lin Sho does lead the way as he has done for the past considerable while. Steely still running P2 and it will be a P2 finish for him. Jack is running P3 and it will be P3 for him. Sun God running P4, but as stated he will be dropping to P6 with Pilske and Dton within that 10-second time penalty mark, and Mink is running P7, but it'd be a great points finish for Mink, having started from the back row of the grid. So as Lin Sho will lead the way to this final lap of the race. And Steely will be following him in. It's been a very comfortable race for Lin Sho. It'll be his first race win in IRL, I believe, as well. So Lin Sho will be being very, very happy about this race finish for what I believe is his first race win. I believe it is. So Lin Sho will be very, very happy with his first race win. Steely will be very happy that he has beaten Jack this week, who is 7/10 up on his previous best, trying to get the fast lap for this final lap. Pilske is very, very close to Sun God. Dton has done enough to get within that 10-second time penalty, but it's not going to be enough to get past Pilske, so Dton will be P5. As 2 very good points finishes in his last 2 races, of course getting the race win and what will be P5 today. But as Lin Sho now leads us to his victory ending lap, as he will he do a little celebratory as Pilske has got past Sun God. It's gonna be a little wiggle. He's gonna be a little bit celebratory. Steely coming across the line in P2 will serve that 10-second time penalty there, so it'll be a 16-second gap. Jack will come across the line in P3. Mink will be P7. Will Jack set another quicker lap? We'll have to see. Will he set an 11.3? Will it be any quicker? It will not be, but that is a very satisfying gap to Steely. Pilske will be P4 on track. Sun God will be P6 because but Dton has pulled a good fight back on those soft tyres, got 3 seconds away from Sun God, but it's not going to be enough to get past Pilske. So Pilske will cross the line P4, proving a great double finish for Ferrari in their battle. Sun God getting that 10-second time penalty, and Dton finishing P6. That was a very interesting race for me. We didn't have any safety cars given the amount of front wings flying off as there was. But nonetheless, Lin Show doing the best Egyptian dance that you can see is he's got a Belgian flag, so I think this is I think he's Belgian, or at least I don't know, but you know, Belgian flag probably means so. But he is going to celebrate what is his first race win of IIRL. So congratulations to Lin Show, Steely and Jack getting P2 and 3, pushing their fight in the championship to another day. Lin Show joining this battle more and more. That is the end of this race. Lin Show P1, Steely P2, Jack P3, Pilske P4, Dton P5, Sungor P6, Mink P7, Age Statue, KMK, MC Squad, and Alex, unfortunately, all DNFing from this race. Yeah, Jack, it was a very lonely race for you. I think it's the better word to use. Yeah, tyre wear, as we saw on Tuesday and Thursday, very, very high. There's a lot of tyre managing going on and a lot of difference in strategies and a lot of difference in ideas that people had. So when we come back next week, it'll probably be a bit better. Next week, of course, is our Hungarian Grand Prix, which will be very similar to Hungary, very similar to the Netherlands in a way. But you'll have to join us back next week when we find that out. I need to go decide driver of the day. Of course, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, Dton, you tried, and that's the main thing. And that's what we strive here for. Of course, if you like what you have seen in the stream and you want to potentially get in on some races, if you think you can join in and compete, then we are very much would welcome you in with open arms. I think you'll very much enjoy it. As Jack saying he's not good at that, yeah. But next week is Hungary. Your streamers on Tuesday should be Alex and David, with the no assist Hungarian Grand Prix. Willow and Codcamper looking to take their excellent rivalry, we'll say, to the end of the season. In 81, it should be Alex and David again, I believe, hosting that race, in which Codcamper is leading the way in those standings. And next week on Sunday, me and Willow will be back for your 82 race, which, because of the Miami Grand Prix, will be starting 2 hours earlier than usual. It is going to be a 5:30 UK time start time for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we will send reminders of that in the Discord this week. So if you, like I said, if you want to get involved, we can send a message, we can get you in our Discord, and we can get you involved in the racing, whether you want to race no assist on Tuesdays, assist at 1 on Thursdays, or 82 on Sundays. We very much would welcome you in. But like I said, come back Tuesday night, 7:30 PM UK time for the no assist race, hosted by Alex and David, I believe. And Thursday, of course, 81, hosted by the same two. Next Sunday, me and Willow, 5:30 PM UK time, because of the Miami Grand Prix. But we will be back next week. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that race. Thank you and good night. Goodbye!